So the big difficulty with this activity was what? Yeah, the array list. Array list. All right, so first thing I think that everyone needs to get, that some of you are having a little trouble with, is how this part is supposed to work. It takes in, and I think I need to, if I were to make the font just a little smaller, are you guys still able to read, everyone? All right, so here's exactly how we go through this. First thing, you need to understand that this is an array of cards before being formed. Because if you think about it, let's say that we had these three inside of something. Let's say we have these three inside of our list right here. All right. So we have these three arrays right here. And each of these arrays themselves should have a grouping of various ranks. So that would be 1, 2, 3, king, queen, jack, you know, all that. It'll also have an array of suits. Hearts, hearts. Give me another suit. Hearts, okay. Diamonds, thank you. Anything else? Two more. Clubs and spades, love it. And I think I have to change this one now to ace, so it's the ace of spades, just by, you know, default, got to do it. And lastly, values. So, of course, that's 1, 2, 3. And in this game, it's actually going to be 13, 12, and 10. All right, so looking at this, it might become a little more obvious now that the three arrays are not meant to be three different arrays exactly when we finish working with them. But each one is an array describing the ranks or the suits or the values of a certain deck. So that when you make your new deck, you should add in a new card item. So when I add in something to the list, deck.add new card, it should have that, comma that, the end. Now this is not what you'd be typing directly in, because we are assuming that these are already present in the arrays. But you're adding each of these elements in. A new card that is 1 of hearts with a value of 1. A new card, which is a 2 of hearts with a value of 2. A new card at the bottom here, which is an ace of spades with a value of 10. By the way, in card games, typically ace is 10, jack is 11, queen is 12, queen is 13. Yes? Yeah, and I don't have the right parentheses. Is another point there. Sorry about that. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding a new card, and the parentheses, the commas are for the card itself, not for the location. Because when I'm adding in a new card, deck.add new book, but it's basically a lot like the book slab. Ranks of 0, suits at 0, values at 0. So these commas are for the card constructor, because that card constructor takes in those three things. Wait, I missed it. Ah, here we are. Takes in those three things. So that's why I am passing it there. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes and not play with horses. I can't tell what's on your screen. Oh well. All right, so here's the thing. How many new cards am I adding in this example here? 6. Good counting, y'all. All right, so there's 6 cards here. Now, how long is the array for ranks? In this case? 6. Good, yeah. Yes, the last index is 5, but 6 in length. How much for suits? Length of suits? Yeah, length of values? 6, right? Okay, so yeah, there's a reason for this, why I'm having you say it like this. Because here's the thing. I'm going to have to put in however many of these there are, right? I have to go through the 1, the 2, the 3 for all 3 of these. You know that, yeah? Now, what kind of structure do I use when I want to go ahead and do something like this? What do I use? Perfect. Everyone got it, right? Everyone got it? What was it, everyone? What was it? You guys are so quiet. For loop. Okay. At least had a few people say it. So yeah. So a for loop, I'll just have this one line. And for I int I equals 0, we have to have some kind of, I'll leave this part blank for now. That is how I do it, right? And then I just make sure that I'm doing I, like that song from Dexter's Lab. So, let's take a look then. What should this condition be? Who wants to tell me? What should the condition here be? I is less than 6 is an idea. We're going to start with that idea. Now, guys, why 6? Why is 6 a good start? That's how many I was adding in my example, right? Now, what if my example featured 52 of them? Because the idea is that I'll have 12 hearts, 12 diamonds, 12 clubs, 12 spades, because I'm doing all 52 cards of the deck. There are 52 cards in the deck, by the way, everyone, and 4 of each number. And each one is in a distinct suit. The 6, where did that come from? What was 6? Let's think about it like that. What is 6? What was 6? Yeah, the length of what? Of what? Ranks. It's also the length of suits, also the length of values. Any of these would be just fine. And with that, have I added all of the new cards to my deck? Cool. All you need now is that initialization up here. And you guys should remember how to initialize, hopefully, because it's declared up here. I'm going to get rid of some of these comments for just a moment because they're getting in the way. By the way, this stuff's called documentation. It's really useful. Now say goodbye to it. All right. So yeah, because it's been declared up here, I now have to initialize it here. Initialization will go there. Does anyone have any questions about how to initialize the array list? Anyways, so I do hope this was useful to you guys. This is conceptually how you go through this problem. In fact, this is exactly how you would do this problem. Initialize your deck of cards. Make sure you have the right type. Remember, guys, can list be on the right side of the equal sign? Can I say equals new list? Is that okay? No, and why not? Actually, we didn't worry too much about why not. Yeah, because it's not how it works. Because list is abstract and you should not use it that way. We'll worry about abstract interface, abstract class, all that later. But you guys feel confident in your abilities to do this. Then you are